A very welcome to you all, our viewers. UBC TV News is here and we're live. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold and Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. Without further ado, let's give you the headlines and get straight into the bulletin. In our top stories tonight, Teso opinion leaders mourn Onapito. East African Military Industries Executives Commit to Value Addition. District leaders urged to take disciplinary action against fraudulent contractors. And Archbishop Semogedede appeals for support for vulnerable children's homes. Once again, thank you for joining us. We now give you the news in detail. Now, leaders of Teso sub-region in eastern Uganda have come together to find a way of giving a befitting send-off to fallen veteran journalist Onapito Ekomoloit. Onapito, whose burial date is not yet known, succumbed to cancer of the colon at Kampala Hospital on Friday morning. While meeting at City Royal Hotel in Bugolobi, various committees were established to oversee smooth process towards his final send-off. These are the details.
Converged here are leaders and natives of Teso, a sub-region from eastern Uganda. The agenda is to deliberate on possible ways of according a befitting send-off for veteran journalist Onapito Ekomoloit. Establishing various committees is one avenue that they have settled for.
The burial planning committee has been set up, chaired by Professor Francis Obaswa. That is one. Number two, other subsidiaries committees have been set up. Number three, burial date to be communicated in consultation with the family.
The delayed announcement of the burial date is meant to honor the last wish of the deceased.
The kind of treatment for his body wanted was not ordinary formalin treatment, but he wanted it to be embalmed in a special way which can make it last longer without decomposing and maintaining the facial expression.
It is those wishes that he had requested to be implemented that we are following. But Onapito Ekomoloit has been a person who has been down to earth. He's been in Wera, he's been in Amuria, and he's been in Soroti.
Onapito hailed from Amuria district. He represented at one time one of the area constituencies in Parliament.
Every hand you shook here guided him along the way. So we're really grateful. Thank you for loving him in life, physically, and for loving him in spirit and loving us as an extension. Yala.
We really think that it will be profound for the country, especially His Excellency the President, to see how we can give him a befitting send-off. An official burial would be ideal. He had served the country very well with commitment.
At the time of his death, he was serving as the board chairperson, Nile Breweries, a position he assumed after serving as Director Corporate Affairs for 17 years. Such memory explains the cause for this burial preparatory meeting.
Because we don't know whether what role the government is going to play. We are going to sit with a representative from government and agree on the burial program. Because there are a number of people who are saying they want the body to be taken to their premises. The local government in Amuria wants to honor him with a sitting. You know, that is beyond our home. If Parliament also wants him to be honored, breweries also wants him to be honored in the breweries. So these movements has to be synchronized because it will guide us on when the body can leave the mortuary. How do we run the program? Because it may take more than 3 days of movement with the body.
As the country anxiously waits for the announcement of his burial date, Tears and Triumph remains a popular book that he authored. It gives an account unfolding the rise of a struggling village-raised boy from Teso sub-region to national prominence.
Those who have been asking me now, can you show us some of your successors? He's one of my successors.
Henry Okrut, UBC.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. Furthermore, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged the United Nations General Assembly to swiftly consider granting African countries permanent membership on the UN Security Council, complete with veto powers. The Security Council comprises of 15 members, including 5 permanent members, which are China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States, alongside 10 non-permanent members elected for 2-year terms. More details in this report.
President Yoweri Museveni says with 54 countries, Africa needs a permanent membership on the Security Council, underscoring the need for reforms to ensure inclusivity.
Position is that Africa should have 2 permanent seats with a veto if others have it, and 2 additional non-permanent seats on the Security Council.
This was conveyed by the Prime Minister Robin Anabanja during the 79th UN General Assembly in New York. He emphasized the urgency of committing to peace and stability for future generations.
There is therefore need to recommit ourselves to a common identity of shared humanity in the modern global village. As people of the United Nations, we should live by the Charter of the United Nations with a sincere determination to save future generations from the scourge of war. We should fully commit ourselves to upholding the dignity and the worth of human person for peaceful coexistence and tolerance regardless of our differences in values, cultures, race, ideologies, and religions without political, military threats or dominion by war.
Museveni also praised African nations for their trust in Uganda to host the G77 plus China meeting, signaling confidence in Uganda's leadership.
Says, ladies and gentlemen, Uganda took over the chairmanship of both the Group of 77 and China and the non-allied movement in January 2024. I take this opportunity on behalf of His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, to thank all member states of the group and the movement for their confidence in ensuring Uganda is in the capacity of chair. We commend the Africa Group for endorsing our candidature for the chairmanship of both organizations.
The president also called for climate justice from developed countries to ensure sustainability.
Development. Uganda calls on developed countries to provide the necessary financial, technical, as well as capacity building to support developing countries to effectively address climate change.
The Managing Director, National Enterprise Corporation, Lieutenant James Mujira, has urged members of the East African Chief Executive Officers of military industries to prioritize their national security strategies. Mujira made this statement while officiating at the closing of the East African Community Defense Mineral Conference in Kampala.
Members of the East African Chief Executive Officers of Military Industries recently convened to discuss the sourcing of raw materials from various military industries within the region. The Managing Director of the National Enterprise Corporation, Lieutenant General James Mujira, highlighted the timeliness of the meeting, emphasizing its goal to establish effective modalities for utilizing available natural resources such as iron, copper, cotton, hides and lithium to produce essential raw materials for military industries in East Africa.
I stressed the importance of defense industries for strategic security and being fundamental to safeguarding the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. I did observe that Africa was a blessed continent and that most of the raw materials used in the manufacture of defense equipment are available here in Africa.
He pointed out that as East Africa continues to expand, it is crucial to address political instability and insecurity among some member states. This collaboration is vital for the success of the joint venture and for the benefit of the region's population.
Distinguished delegates, this meeting is taking place at a time when Africa is waking up from decades of slumber, suffering from the colonial exploitative system, where Western countries were rooting her wealth in form of minerals and other forms of wealth. A period when Africa had been relegated to being a producer of primary products and raw materials.
The General Manager of Royal Industries Limited, the commercial arm of the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs UPDF, Major General James Sabit Muzei outlined the primary aims and objectives of the previous meeting, expressing optimism about the expected outcomes.
We had a meeting this year in April, and one of the main recommendations that we had in that meeting was solving the constraint that is faced by most of the defense industries in the region, which is raw materials. We had an opportunity that he opened the meeting and echoed the same. So under the ECO leadership of the Secretariat, represented by our DROs, this matter was followed through. And this is the reason we are here to discuss the ways or the modalities, both legal and technical.
Defense officers from South Sudan emphasized the importance of partner states working together to develop military industries collaboratively.
The secretariats of East African Community have come to attend this meeting for the hospitality and brainstorming we have gone through since yesterday up to this day. Say congratulations.
This is part of the bigger picture of moving forward for sustainable development, moving forward for the good governance, and creating an environment of which we can have a fair deals in our community.
The East African Community Defense Mineral Conference, held under the theme Multi-Experts Working Group, aimed to establish legal and technical frameworks to facilitate the establishment and co-ownership of raw materials processing industries for iron, copper, cotton, hides, lithium, and more. Story compiled by Kenneth Tanawa for UBC News.
And furthermore, the State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Chrysostom Muyingo, has urged district leaders to take ownership of government projects and to enforce disciplinary measures against contractors who fail to meet contractual obligations. Minister Muyingo was on a familiarization tour of various government education projects in Liantonde district, where he encouraged local leadership and communities to actively monitor government programs.
School is part of the Ministry of Education and Sports efforts to enhance the education sector in the district and was scheduled for completion 6 months ago. The Minister of State for Education, Dr. Chrysostom Muyingo, emphasized the need for local government to take action against contractors who deliver substandard work or fail to finish projects on time.
And then all of you believe in what he was saying. You know, Chairman is my friend. He didn't tell you where the problem is, because we need this structure completed. I want to ask him to come back, either through the EO or through who, to come back here.
Government yatuwa sente ate negamba PDA yamwe siye ino okufuna contractor ntandikire mabega ba contractors nga bafeeri kyempugambidde mu Luganda nti esibandi etirya mutere kakati aba bantu ababahaire emirumu bakaba kwata omuntu omwe bamuhereze emirumu egi etaano.
He specifically tasked Ndibalema Godfrey, the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer of Lyantonde District, with providing an update on the timeline for completing the Kasagama Seed School. Accompanied by officials from the ministry and local political leaders, Dr. Muyingo visited several institutions including Buyanja Primary School, Chabunza Muslim Primary School, Chichwamba Secondary School, Lyantonde Technical Institute and Roma Primary School.
Excellence President wa Uganda ne First Lady. Tweyanze mugende mbatwebalize olwa contribution oba ekisuubizo kye yasuubiza bannakasagama okukituukiriza
byangi byona majamuta eno sikinzo kujja ali shaka kumusima ngatwezubire ako kumwana kugamba kuzo parliament ngokuga kongumu rwakwata kumanye kiri ya ground takura kutuga
twala omukisa guno kwebaza Right Reverend Katumba. It made me his friend. Kyoba doyogerako ekyetaaga okuva mu Church of Uganda or any other church okuluweereza essomero era teyatusiibizaayo yatuuka akola ki akitukolera.
Addressing students at both Kasagama Seed School and Lyantonde Technical Institute, Dr. Muyingo reaffirmed the government's commitment to constructing additional schools across the country.
Munywerere kibatutte ku masomero. Concentrate on your studies. Don't go to school every day and make sure that you stay there until the school closes. Right? Don't accept anything that will keep you out of school.
The Commissioner for Government Secondary Schools in the Ministry of Education praised the government for its advancements in the education sector and encouraged political leaders and community members to take ownership of these projects. Sudat Kaye and Fred Kasivante, UBC News.
And furthermore, the three-day community barazas organized by the NRM Secretariat in the Lango sub-region have seen the party commit to fast-tracking pending government projects, particularly in education, sanitation and road infrastructure. The initiative has been led by Secretary General Richard Tolwong, and these are the details.
We are having problem of the flooding of water, which has come, it is becoming a rampant of this area.
Members of the NRM Secretariat have been traveling across various parts of Lango sub-region to assess the progress of key government projects.
We are moving to the rest of the country to ascertain the level of implementation of our manifestos in the various sub-regions. That's why we are in Musoga, we are now in Lango. The next month we shall go to other two sub-regions.
This tour, directed by Secretary General Right Honourable Richard Tolwong, included participation from directors Emmanuel Dombo, Dr. Tango Doi and Major Paul Awich.
We are moving to end of the third year. We want to know how much we have achieved, and we must know how much the people appreciate or don't appreciate the government and the government programs. So this was basically the mobilization strategy we are taking.
The population has been happy. We have also been happy with the reports. Now when we come next, we shall sample out areas to go and visit individual projects to find out whether what has been reported is what is on the ground.
The consultation sessions featured community barazas where the Secretary General engaged with fishing communities in Kwanya district.
And many others, especially in around lake, whereby we have been suffering a lot.
The local leaders, including LC3 chairperson Okori, shared their concerns about the poor road network in certain sub-counties of Kwani.
We cannot connect our sub-county to the district in some services due to road. The road has been drawn by the water from the lakes.
Requesting the government, if you can see us, ask the voters of the country to help us, give us something to help us in this road.
Government services and infrastructures, apart from roads, which has been destroyed by the rain, the rest they are performing so well, and I'm very much impressed.
In Dokolo district and other areas where directors Emmanuel Dombo and Dr. Tango Doi were stationed, the issues raised were similar to those identified in Kwani and Lira.
We haven't come here to sing NRM songs. We haven't come here to say NRM Moye. But we came here to listen to the population, to find out how they are benefiting from government programs. And you have heard manifestations and confessions from the population.
No one can tell you that people camouflaged, but fish is a very big issue here. Then government pledges. The pledges the government made, and they were listed, the bus for the technical school, tarmacking the Dokolo Amolata Road, and then the power extension, which has almost been covered, and other aspects.
According to the Secretariat, in areas where party members have struggled to build reports, efforts will be made to address internal conflicts.
It is not beneficial for ministers and leaders fighting one another in public. They divide the people and they create a problem for the technical officers.
We've realized it's an internal indiscipline matter we are going to work on, because it's about how we resolve internal contradictions among members. Because they still don't understand how a party operates. So when a party operates in a way that a flag bearer is picked, the rest of the party members should rally behind that particular flag bearer.
These engagements have been positively received by the community. These regional tours are part of the mid-term evaluation of progress towards implementing the 2021-2026 NRM Manifesto. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
We are at Shiloh Standard Nursery and Primary School to reward our lucky winner again for our pay school fees with Momo. We are paying school fees for a student who is lucky because the parent used our codes to pay their school fees. You can as well be our winner for the next school fees prize by dialing *165 *80# and you opt into the competition.
Umiatia goensha ngoye shimte luangene kanti bisho lokwana tena anene wa poberane da kwani ba mi gum afu akwa yejo dushu metikere mba man me ma fen MTM kiken ba mi gum hi men.
Together we're unstoppable.
Hey kids, we're going to count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy 5 ways to love your baby, smoothen and protect your baby's skin with 5 new gentle formulations. Original to nurture your baby, aloe vera to protect your chibubu skin. Cocoa butter to comfort your pinku. Mild scent to soothe your little one, and avocado to soften your buju skin. Available in all supermarkets, retail shops, and cosmetics shops near you. Move it, baby jelly. All day confidence.
To help businesses recover from the impact of COVID-19, government introduced a tax amnesty through a waiver of interest and penalty on outstanding principal tax as at June 30th, 2023. Accordingly, URA has since July 2024 been implementing this waiver. To benefit, simply pay your outstanding principal tax by December 31st, 2024, and the waiver is applied automatically upon payment confirmation. This amnesty applies to domestic taxes, namely income tax, rental tax, payee, and others. Grab this golden opportunity today. For more, use the platforms displayed.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Fast and easy to prepare. Just 3 minutes and they're ready. You can
Indomie Instant Noodles is available in 3 flavors of chicken, beef, and vegetable. Buy your Indomie Instant Noodles in supermarkets and dukas near you anywhere across Uganda. Indomie Instant Noodles, Uganda's best loved noodles.
I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day. Yeah, yo, baby, don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks. Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000. Or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store, or dial *229 hash. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229 hash to register. Wendy, Wanawoli.
Thank you very much. Now watching UBC News Tonight. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has honored the late freedom fighter Perez Musamali. This was during a memorial ceremony at Matua Primary School in Namisindwa district. Museveni explained that as former chairman of the Uganda Patriotic Movement in Greater Mbale, Musamali played a crucial role in Uganda's liberation struggle. Reflecting on their first encounter in exile in Nairobi, Museveni recognized Musamali's invaluable contributions, which led to his appointment to the National Resistance Council following the NRM's rise to power. The president also emphasized the importance of the State House Scholarship Initiative, designed to support orphans of fallen freedom fighters through education. Additionally, President Museveni urged the people of the Bugisu sub-region to invest in commercial agriculture, promoting a 4-acre farming model for sustainable crop diversity. He cautioned against land fragmentation, encouraging families to create enterprises instead. Cultural leader His Highness Jude Mike Mudoma suggested establishing a tourist route and monument to honor local heroes, while MP Honorable John Musila praised Museveni for his leadership and the creation of Namisindwa district in 2017.
In your plight of forgiveness under the presidential amnesty, you forgave the people who killed your colleague Perez Musamali. Some of them, we have them here. But you forgave them, Your Excellency. I want to thank you and thank you again. God bless you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, when I wrote to you on behalf of the family, you did not hesitate. When you replied, you told me, I'll be with you. Today it has come to pass. The fruits of your leadership are evident. And Your Excellency, because of that, we promise to be with you.
Baba,
muzeyi wefe kwakwinyayire na baba kwasanyukire na biluna kuluno kukubona mu kifo kino ifuleno yikire kwole seti kuli basanyufera gwabere mukisa Yesuli. Allow me to stand over all protocol. Really sanyu ligali baba kukubona mu kifo kino mbe kwakulindie libaga ligali ne wabere wekisa wezire baba luna kuluno lwenjawulo nabi sesenga na mbozo nyoyegenenga na kukusima baba wanyala kupa mukisa gwe kuweleza at the position of a minister. Baba, I am so grateful.
And now in business, over 100 students have celebrated their graduation from the OTIC Foundation's intensive training program at the National ICT Innovation Hub in Nakawa. Now, this event marked the culmination of a 10-week course focused on essential AI tools, specifically Python and Power BI, as part of the AI in Every City campaign project. I had a chance to interact with some of the stakeholders. Have you experienced any negative effects of AI?
But currently, no, not really.
The training sessions for the AI in Every City campaign project were held exclusively on Saturdays and attracted an average of 250 students weekly from a total registration of approximately 997 participants. The graduates, now certified AI data analysts, have gained critical skills that enable them to analyze data effectively.
I've done data analysis before, but not in this case, because with programming it's totally different. All you will do is you have the data and then you're just going to probably from a database write it in some harder way. But this has really made it easy, and I'm like, wow, how come I didn't know this existed?
What are the details of how different this is?
How different this is? I mean, it's quite easy. I mean, like, you know how you're building something great, something that is big, something that is not more than just visualization, something that is predicting outcomes, but in a much more easier way.
A person can have a certificate based on the curriculum of the first and second industrial revolution, but they will be relevant in the fourth industrial revolution.
Paul Katende, the CEO of the OTIC Foundation, emphasized the importance of evolving educational systems to meet the demands of a changing job market.
The conversation around the high unemployment rate in the country, we believe that it's not that jobs are not there. We believe that the jobs have evolved. And so it's important that the population adapts and mutates to be relevant to the evolving job market that we have right now in the fourth industrial revolution. And that is the concept and mindset and foundation behind why we are doing the AI in Every City classes here at the National ICT Innovation Hub.
Statistics show that AI adoption is steadily increasing in Uganda, with AI technologies being utilized across various sectors, enhancing service delivery and improving efficiency in various sectors. This trend reflects a broader global shift towards integrating AI into everyday business practices.
So Power BI is a business intelligence tool that helps you understand your data and generate business insights. Basically, Power BI can be used in the boardroom for a local business owner trying to understand how do they use their data profitably. Now, when it comes to Python, Python shines when you're working with big data, extracting it, shaping it, formulating it, and helping you make sense with it.
The training program's objectives included learning how to prompt engineer using practical AI applications. Out of the graduating class, 71 students specialized in Power BI, while 51 focused on Python. Wadulo Arnold for UBC News in Nakawa, Kampala. And that brings us to the end of the 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. Do join us at 10 p.m. for a lengthier bulletin. My name is Wadulo Arnold, Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. Up next is the weekly business roundup.